Hari Om everyone, and welcome to another session of stories from Bhagavatham. Today's story of Maharaja Priyavrata. Let us now see and listen to the story from Shubhaji.
Hari Om everyone. Today let's listen into the story of Maharaja Priyavrata. Okay. So who was Maharaja Priyavrata? Maharaja Priyavrata was the son of Swayambhu Manu and brother of Uttanapada and uncle to Dhruva. This story you can find in the Canto 5 and Chapter 1 of the Srimad Bhagavatham. So Maharaja Priyavrata was so engrossed in his bhakti that he didn't want to get out of the bhakti path. But Swayambhu Manu, being his father, wanted to renounce his kingdom and get into the spiritual path. So he instructed Priyavrata to become the king of the universe so that King Swayambhu Manu can renounce and get into the path of spirituality. But since Priyavrata was already in the spiritual path, he didn't want to get into the material duties of taking care of the kingdom. So he was worried that he would get diverted from his spiritual duties if he follows the instruction of his father Manu. So he approached Narada Muni for advice as to how he can listen to his father and follow his instruction and at the same time be in his spiritual path. So Narada Muni advised him that he is required to not escape from his duties but be and also be in the path of spirituality. So he told him that this body which we carry in this world is for a specific duty. So during that time, we need to maintain equanimity for all these things by conquering our sense organs and mind. So he has to take the path of Varnashrama Dharma and the responsibility of ruling the world so that the lineage can continue. So after taking the advice from Brahma and Narada Muni, he agrees to follow his father's order of fulfilling and becoming the king of the universe. In order to fulfill his worldly duties, he married Barhishmati, the daughter of Prajapati named Vishwakarma. So together they had 10 sons who were equal to him in beauty, character, magnanimity, and other qualities. At the same time, he also had a daughter named Urjaswati, who was the youngest of them all. 3 among his 10 sons, Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana, lived like a brahmachari and became great saints. Once when King Priyavrata was ruling, he was not happy that there was darkness in the south side when there was light in the north side. So he took his chariot to bring sun everywhere. Thus he followed the orbit of sun god and fulfilled his desire of getting light everywhere. He could perform such acts of bringing in light through his powers because he was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu. So when Priyavrata drove his chariot behind the sun, the rims of his chariot wheels created impressions that became 7 oceans, dividing the planetary system known as the Bhumandala into 7 islands. So the name of the 7 islands are Jambu, Plaksha, Shalmali, Kusha, Kuncha, Shaka, and Pushpara. The 7 oceans which surrounded the 7 islands contained salt water, sugarcane juice, liquor, clarified butter, which we call as ghee, milk, yogurt, and sweet drinking water. So these islands were all equal in length and breadth. These islands were given to his 7 sons to be ruled over as per his instruction and continue his lineage. As we saw, from Swayambhu Manu, Maharaj Priyavrata took over his reigns, and from Priyavrata, his sons took over his reigns and took care of the 7 islands. After fulfilling, and we remember he had a daughter, Urjaswati, right? So King Priyavrata gave his daughter Urjaswati in marriage to Shukracharya, and they had a daughter named Devayani. So Maharaja Priyavrata fulfilled all his worldly duties. After fulfilling his duties and finishing his responsibility and giving his reins of the kingdom to his sons, King Priyavrata decided to get back to his spiritual calling and renunciated his sense gratification and enjoyment from this worldly from this from his kingdom. He gave up everything and spent his remaining life in the bhakti of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So if you see in this slide, you can see the chariot where he is traveling. That story which I told you, he is getting light for both north side and south side, right? And the 10 sons name were Agnidra, Idmajihva, Yajnabahu, Mahavira, Hiranyareta, Kritaprashta, Savana, Medatihi, Pitihotra, and Kavi. Of the 10, the 3 who took the sannyas were Kavi, Mahavira, and Savana. This was the life of Maharaja Priyavrata, who was the son of Swayambhu Manu himself and was the uncle to the great Dhruva. Okay? Hari Om.